Hi, do you remember the micro-rad monitor radiation network thing that I got in the mailbag quite a few years ago from Radu Motorson? Well, I used to have it hooked up to my network here and I was monitoring and everything else, but I think he changed the system. I don't know, something happened because I got like an early beta unit or something like that, and I was supposed to, and it just stopped working one day, and he sent me some new firmware, and this was quite a long time ago, but I never got around to updating that firmware, so I just thought I'd actually do that now. It's an AT Mega 328, I think it is, inside this thing, and Radu's got this nice firmware upgrade guide page, so I thought I'd just do this. I've got my AVR Mark II programmer, so hopefully that will work. It's a 3.3 volt compatible unit, so he sent me a hex file. It has to be individually programmed hex file for each unit, and so I've got that, and presumably it will work again if I flash that. So I've got to do the AVR. Well, I was going to, well, he's suggested AVR Dude here, but I thought, oh, no, look, I'll install Atmel Studio 7. I haven't installed it for Atmel Studio for a long time. I think, 5 or 6 was the last one I used before they got bought out by Microchip. Anyway, I've been sitting here trying to install this heap of crap for like 10-15 minutes, and it's just been spinning its wheels. Most of the time it's spent, this was all the way over here. Now it says it's caching something. It's just the worst installer I've ever seen. It just sits there giving you no information at all. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, not happy with that at all. So I think I'll go down the AVR Dude route, and we'll give that a try. I've never used AVR Dude before, so we'll give that a go. Anyway, we'll go into Win AVR, I believe, contains AVR Dude and everything else. So I'll download and install the latest version of that. Let's go. So we'll just install that. English, thank you very much. Install that and give it a whirl. It's on my other screen and I can't drag it. Hang on. Yes, I can. Yeah, I agree. Whatever. Sign my life away. It's just going to put it in my C drive. Yeah, whatever. It's only small. Let's go. Install program as Notepad. I don't want that. So that's installed. That was quick and painless, unlike the bloody Atmel Studio thing. Unbelievable. Thank you very much, Eric B. Weddington, who maintains this. Open source. WinAVR is like an open source, it's a suite of executable open source software. Fantastic. And yes, it contains AVR Dude down here, 5.8 CV open source programmer software that is user extensible. So there you go. Now I presume I've got to plug in my AVR ISP Mark II programmer. Hopefully it works. We'll find out. I'll plug it in, and it's installing device driver. Here we go. Driver not found. Terrific. First hurdle. I mean, I haven't done AVR programming on this machine for a long time, and, well, may not have even originally been this machine. So, yeah, let's, give me a break. Hate bloody tools like this. Just want to program one chip. That's it. Now my cursor's frozen. What the hell's going on? Stupid mouse. Got a Logitech M215. No. No. Disconnect the programmer. No. Bloody cursor's frozen. Alright, now I remember, yeah, you had to install the AVR ISP drivers separately, and that installer didn't do it, so let's, here it is, lib USB, blah, 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 blah. So we can actually go in here, in the WinAVR, stuff it installed, and we'll have to do that on our own. It looks like it might be in utils, lib USB, bin, obviously. Is that where the install info wizard? Oh, I don't know. Lib USB. Yep, lib USB. That's what we want. So let's, I guess, try and run that. This program will create an INF file for your device before clicking. Oh, yeah. Here we go. What do we got? No. Select the device. Okay, I got to plug it in. Hang on. Here we go. Oh, so much fun. Fun for the whole family. Sorry, it keeps going back to the other screen. I capture on a specific screen because I've got a full HD screen, a 1920 by 1080 screen that I capture on, and it's not my main screen. So it's that's just the way it is. Anyway, info. Aha, there it is. Next. I assume insert manufacturer name. Atmel? Or is it microchip now? So I guess. I don't know. I haven't done this before. Your file. Okay. Oh, okay. Can I load that? So it's saving. Okay, we'll just save it as your file. Okay. AVR ISP 2 That's the, there's that like a Windows setup thingamabob, is it? I don't know. I don't know enough about this crap. All right, now we're talking. I went into Device Manager. Here we go. Yeah, I went into Device Manager, AVR ISP, did all the manual stuff. Windows can't verify, and install this driver as software anyway. You bet. Come on, let's go. All this manual stuff, like it probably would have worked if I went through the pain of installing the Atmel Studio thing if it ever bloody well downloaded. Anyway, has it encountered a problem? Of course it has. I think I remember this before, and I've probably even done a video on it, but I can't bloody well remember. Close, kernel, digitally signed driver, blow it out your ass. Oh, God, why can't tools just work? Man. Woohoo! It may have actually worked. Look, there it is. Lib USB Win32 drivers AVR ISP Mark II. It's no longer in the other devices. So why did it tell me that whatever, it didn't work? Anyway, okay. We might be cooking with gas. Let's give it a whirl. All right, I'm in my command prompt here. Good old back to the days of DOS. Jeez, unbelievable. Anyway, there's my micro red monitor hex file that Radu's prepared for me. And AVR, dude, there it is. It's accessed. Now, I like my AVR ISP Mark II programmer, the orange light on the top is flashing, so I can't recall if that's normal or not. I'm surprised that, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of firmware incompatibility issue, because I've had to update the firmware on the AVR ISP Mark II several times in the past, and it's been a whole pain in the ass. It really has. So what do we have to do? Here we go. We've got a command here, AVR dude. So we should be able to, can we copy that? Anyway, so there's my AVR ISP Mark II hacked version. You might remember that I did a video on how to hack that to make it 3.3 volt compatible. And I can't remember if that's normal. I don't know. It's doing something. Anyway, time to hook it up to the DUT. The poor old DUT. So here's inside my little micro rad monitor. Sorry about the focus. This C920 webcam seems to have a hard time focusing on stuff. I'm not exactly sure why. Anyway, let's just make sure we get pin 1 correct. I've oriented it as per the photo. So that looks correct. Come on. Get on there. Oh, you're not going to believe it. This is a 10-pin header. I've only got the 6-pin. I've only got the 6-pin header. Oh, and shit like this, that just, like, it just sucks your time away. It really does. When you've got to do something like this just once. Like, ordinarily I haven't programmed Atmel AVR stuff for years. Don't have the software, don't have the, I'm not something I'm doing every day, and just, should have checked, but I didn't. And, of course, it doesn't fit. And, of course, I'm not in my lab. I'm actually at my editing office here doing this, and I don't have the little jumper cables to go over. Hang on. Yep, typical Friday. And there it is. There's the 2 different 6-pin and 10-pin AVR ISP headers. Ugh. Alright, so I've got all the wires bodged in, converting, because it's not the same pin out. It's, it's obviously got the same connections, but the actual pinout is, apart from VCC, I think, is the only, and maybe, yeah, an equivalent ground on pin 6 there is basically the only one that's the same. So it's, yeah, just rather annoying. I hate multiple ISP programming things. Anyway, 3.3 volts. I don't believe we need to apply power to this. It should power it through the ISP. So let's switch it on and see what happens. I believe it's supposed to... Hey, hello. There's a LED under there. Oh, green. Green. Yes, we got it. I presume that's all hunky-dory. Let's try our command now. Oh, we might be on a winner. All right, now we're supposed to put in this command here to do the AVR do program, but C is to specify the actual programmer itself. Now, I'm not sure of the ID name. Obviously, it's not the USB ASP. Well, I don't think. It could be. But apparently you can type in the command AVR dude -C ASDF, and that's supposed to put in the supported programmers. Oh, there we go. AVR ISP MK2? Okay, you can put either one. Okay, so it's all lowercase AVR ISP MKII. Let's try that. Cool. All right, I'm going for broke here. Here we go. Hopefully I've got that command right. AVR dude. I've replaced the AVR ISP Mark II. I've put in my file name exactly, :I on the end. Woohoo! Here we go. Fingers crossed. In shot. It's doing something. Come on. What's it? No, that doesn't look promising. Oh, no, here we go. Receive timeout. Nah, STK 502. No, it's not talking to the programmer. Ah, great. I knew this had happened. Like Murphy, it was guaranteed. It was guaranteed not to work. Okay, let's try changing the programmer name AVR ISP 2. Let's try that. Give that a whirl. And no, I'd expect it to instantly connect. So, wah, 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 wah. And I think I might know what's wrong. Look, it's got the little warning thing next to it. It didn't have that before. So, yeah, it's obviously not talking to that anymore. So, what's going on? All right, so I just installed like another random driver off the interwebs, and it seems to have done the trick. There you go. It seems to have done the trick. So now it's, well, Device Manager says it's all hunky-dory, but I'm sure it said that last time, didn't it? Alrighty, let's try that again. Glutton for punishment. No, I would have expected it to talk straight away. Surely. No, I think it's going to do the same thing. No, yeah, timeout. There you go. And it still says it's installed. So, yep, but why it's looking for the STK 502? Well, maybe that's sort of the driver it's kind of using. But yeah, it's getting timeout, so it's clearly not working. It's not talking to the programmer. Woohoo! I got it! Hang on! Here we go! I'll tell you in a second. I forgot to hit record. Okay, what I did... Whoa! We're done! Safe mode, fuse is okay. Flash verified. Thank you. Thank you very much, AVR dude. Done. What I did is... I'll go back in here. Here we go. I put in the uppercase P as opposed to lowercase p, which is program. I put in the uppercase P, which is port, and then USB. Yeah, the -P USB, uppercase P, port. So apparently it's supposed to, the drivers are supposed to just do USB by default or something, but hey, it couldn't find it, so that's all it was, and everyone's probably screaming at me going, Dave, Oh, that's obvious. I know about that. Well, of course you do, right? It's either worked perfectly for you before, or you followed instructions that worked perfectly, or you've been using it forever. But when you come, to something like this, like once in a couple of years, you just want to, dig out your old programmer and just program a header, then, well, anyway, we're done. So I'm happy. Hopefully, now I'll plug. So this is flashed, reprogrammed. So I'll put it back in the case. I'll hook it up to the USB. Apparently, it takes a while to connect to the micro rad system or whatever. So I can't exactly remember if it pops up. It should auto pop up with my location if memory serves me correctly, because my one's programmed with my location. So it should automatically identify on the network. So anyway, there you go. That took me a little bit. I'm not sure, how long that took me all up, like an hour and something. Plus, going back to get the cables from the other lab. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Well, there's nothing to enjoy. I just wanted to share with you the ultimately what I knew would be a little bit of pain in getting this working. I knew this sucker would not work first go. I don't think it ever has, the AVR ISP Mark II. I've had so many issues with it and compatibility with various AVR tools that I've used over the years. Pain in the butt. But anyway, yeah, it's like driver issues and whatnot. But I'm surprised I didn't have to update the firmware in this again. But yeah, mine's like a 2009 vintage unit or something. It's pretty old. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully I'll get this working. It looks like we've got one. Look, it wasn't live in Sydney before, but check it out. Unfortunately, it's got to be mine. Unit, yep, 1100000B in Cremorne, Military Road, Cremorne. I do not live anywhere near Cremorne. For those who want to know, for those who haven't been to Sydney before, let's have a look at the map. Here is the Sydney Central Business District, the Sydney CBD, and the iconic Opera House is, yeah, right in there. There's the Harbour Bridge. Then you got the Harbour Tunnel. Nobody likes the Harbour Tunnel, but it's functional. Yeah, it works. And I used to work at the Garden Island Naval Base there for Australian Defence Industries. Geez, that was in a galaxy far, far away. And yeah, so that's Sydney CBD, but Sydney actually extends basically all of this white stuff. Well, it doesn't extend down that far. Pretty much stops down at like Camden there, pretty much, and Penrith at the base of the Blue Mountains here. That's where it stops, and all of that's about 50 kilometres from Sydney right out to the base of the mountains there. So Sydney's a pretty darn big place, and I am like out in the Hills District, somewhere around here, somewhere around there. So there you have it. I'm back on the grid, and I'm currently the only operational one in Sydney. I don't know if these four other people have got them, whether or not they've had like that firmware, like early units, and then firmware, old firmware not being compatible with some upgrade or something like that. But anyway, mine is working. What am I getting? What sort of dose am I getting? Microsieverts per hour? 0.15, 0.18? Oh, should go to the bunker, I think. Anyway, hope you liked it. Catch you next time.